This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. This is, I think, really cool. So if I had one criticism of the Axe FX, it was that in this cab section here, essentially when it comes to choosing cabs, you're in a situation where you've just had a very long list of stuff, and it was a decision that was made with the FM3 Axe FX 3 that instead of being able to position IRs and all that sort of stuff and position things around a virtual cab, that they would instead use this kind of naming convention and use actual third-party IRs in a lot of cases. But for me, I felt like it's a bit of a difficult way to actually navigate. What's really cool is that they've just brought out for the Axe FX 3, Cliff has just announced this, this DynaCab thing. This is my first time seeing it. There's no FX edit for it yet, but you can see that this is now a whole different thing. So what I'm going to do, what I like about this is that it's now so much quicker to navigate the cabs that you want. So for instance, if I want this Dumble cab, the Rumble with EV12S, everything else roughly about the thing looks similar. We've got 3 mic types. I think there's 25 cabs at the moment. There are going to be 12 more added, hopefully by the time of release. So we've got condenser, ribbon dynamics. So let's go with condenser. Position, you can see this is position it, relative, and then we've got distance as well. So quite an effective little way of showing that. I just, for me, the real win is that basically now I don't have to go through a massive list. It's condensed in this way small thing. So if I'm looking for an AC20 cab, or if I'm looking for a Dumble cab, it's going to be much quicker to build presets. We could then have a second cab, so let's stay with the same cab. Also, that's good. We've got the Texas Lone Star, or the Mesa Boogie Lone Star, so I was really hoping for that, because basically that means now that I've got way more IRs available for one of my favourite amps on there. And everything else roughly looks about the same as it was before, roughly. I think there's an impedance setting somewhere, but that's too technical for someone like me. And to me, it sounds like that's doing wonderful things. Of course, you know I love these delay and reverb blocks, but there. Basically, it's just a much better way for me to be able to predict what's going to happen. You know, before just having labels of A, B, C, D, I wasn't really ever sure what might be the result. Now I know that if I increase the position, it's going to be dark. Decrease it, it's going to be brighter. Could even have up to 4, I guess. So I'm really happy with that. And that is literally the one thing that I felt like I wanted to see from Fractal, because you know I like to be able to control my IRs a little bit more. Instead of using my own IR here, instead what I could do now is go into the DynaCab mode. Is what I actually meant to do there, and I can just pick a cab which is, you know, sounding like I want. So let's go with the Cali Lone Star. I'm going to change the position, off center a bit, and maybe give it a bit of space, and then my tone. Add in the rumble as well here, because I think an EV speaker is one of the ways that I like to get things happening. Unmute. A bit of a high cut. Great work. So let me just store that one as well. Destination. I'm really happy with that. I mean, I think that's exactly what I'd like to see as the next step for Fractal. And so yeah, great work and simple, easy to use. Interesting to see how they incorporate this into the editor. As I said, and as the note said, there should be an extra 12 cabs. We've got 25 in there at the moment, but for me, that's definitely what I'm going to be using going forward instead of the old IRs. I think mostly anyway. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Cheers.